All right, y'all, we got some huge news that just came out today. We have new Epstein files. So as of right now, we know that there were heavy redactions that were protecting perpetrators in complete contravention of the law. These are illegal redactions under the law. So, when I first started looking at them, I immediately was hit with like 4 pages of nothing but pure redactions. So even though they're trying to make it look like they're complying, they're already months too late, and they're redacting stuff they're not legally allowed to redact. So that's point number one. Point number two is they did it again. They doxed Epstein victims again. So let me get this straight. A lot of the perpetrators are incorrectly having their identities protected, but the victims are wrongly having their information leak. So yet again, you could say it's amateur hour, or you can say that stuff like this is completely on purpose. But there was also yet again another instance of they posted some stuff, they realized it incriminated Trump, then they pulled it down, and then seemingly put it back up after they realized the cat was already out of the bag. So this is now the second or third time that this has happened exactly this way, where they post some stuff and they're like, oh shit, this makes Trump look really bad, and then they pull it down. So absolutely incredible stuff. And then you also have, to get to some of the specifics here, Epstein discussed Trump raping an underage girl at his house in an email, and they were like strategizing around how to prepare for that, assuming Trump is going to get questioned about it on the campaign trail in 2016. So that was incredibly disturbing. You have a number of examples of Elon basically emailing back and forth with Jeffrey Epstein and visiting Epstein Island. And what we learned from this email exchange is that it was Elon who sort of initiated and was trying to go to Epstein Island. And Epstein was like accommodating Elon. But Elon was the one who asked. And meanwhile, Elon himself had come out previously, when there were previous leaks, and said, no, I never went, and it was Epstein that asked me to go. I didn't ask him to go. We now know that that is factually wrong. We also have Bill Gates apparently got STDs from Russian girls, and there was this very bizarre, almost like a breakup letter between Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Gates when Bill Gates was trying to distance himself from Jeffrey Epstein. We have allegations of sex trafficking and auctioning of underage kids at Mar-a-Lago. And you have Melania's close relationship with Ghislaine Maxwell was exposed here. We didn't know how close they were. Apparently they were very, very close. It looks like, Ghislaine was the head madam, and you had Melania like checking in with her. And then you also have Trump's pick for the Fed chair was also in the Epstein files. His new pick for the Fed chair. So horrible stuff. You also have yet another example of a 13-year-old who Trump made go down on him, and when she accidentally bit him, Trump ended up hitting her as a result of that. So, and that story lines up with the Katie Johnson story. It's possible it's the same one being reported to the FBI. It's possible that he just has a track record of getting underage girls to do that, coercing them into doing that, and then if they don't do it right, he ends up physically assaulting them. So really, really disturbing stuff here. There was some stuff that appears to be not true. There's one allegation against Robin Leach that he choked a woman to death. That one appears to not be true because none of the details in the allegation add up. Like, for example, it says that Trump had an orgy with underage girls at his golf club in California in 1995 or 1996, and Trump did not buy that property until 2002. So the allegation that involves Robin Leach, and in that same allegation, you also had Trump Jr. and Ivanka involved in it. That particular allegation in the FBI intake form is not accurate. But having said that, in all these FBI intake forms with all these disturbing allegations, you do realize that if even just one of these allegations in the FBI intake forms is correct, that Trump is a world historic, infamous pedophile and abuser. And my guess is, if I'm being honest with you, my assumption is that at least about half of those FBI intake forms have some truth in them. So just absolutely incredible stuff coming out. People are still combing through the files now and posting different parts of it. And obviously, I'll give you guys more updates when I have more updates. But yet again, completely devastating. And the final point I want to make is, I think Trump is going to do something drastic. We've all seen those posts where during Barack Obama's presidency, he said, watch, Barack Obama is going to attack Iran to distract from this thing or to make his poll numbers go up because his poll numbers are low. Well, he's accused Obama of that because that's how he thinks. He thinks in those terms. So I truly believe that he's going to attack Iran very soon. I would say within a week, I think Donald Trump is going to attack Iran. He already has the ships in the region, and he already attacked them once before, and I think he's going to do it again. I think if he were to attack Iran, in his mind, he's both distracting from the Epstein files and distracting from his Gestapo murderers killing Americans in the streets in Minnesota. And he knows that's hurting him, and in his stupid mind, he thinks that more bombings of Iran would actually help him in the polls and help him with the American people. That is absolutely positively untrue, and he's going to learn that the hard way. But this shit is absolutely out of control, man. This regime is completely and utterly out of control. I know I've said it a million times, but I'll say it a million more. He's got to fucking be impeached. He's got to be impeached, removed, convicted, locked up forever. And if you can't impeach him, somehow we got to find a way to twist the arms of his cabinet to do the 25th Amendment and lock his ass up, because he clearly is not mentally fit to do this. I think he has Alzheimer's. I think he's totally lost it. And on a daily basis, we see the consequences of that. And I'm tired of everybody pretending like this is normal.